If a movie about Keanu's sad life was produced, it would be the best movie to win a few Oscars. Of course, the only actor who can play this role perfectly is you-know-who. Keanu Charles Reeves was born on September 2, 1964 in Beirut, Lebanon. He is of native Hawaiian and English descent. Over the course of his 35-year career in Hollywood, the actor earned the title of a superstar in 80s and 90s after taking on some iconic roles such as Ted in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure 1989 and Neo in the sci-fi classic The Matrix 1999. But like most people, no matter how much money and fame he gets, he has to face many challenges that come his way. Long before he became a heartthrob and an action movie hero, the actor didn't sleep on a bed of roses. His father, Samuel Reeves, spent half of his life behind bars for selling heroin and walked out on the family when Keanu was 3 years old. Keanu's mother, Patricia, was left to take care of him and his sister Kim alone. Although she was a costume designer, she was reportedly a stripper at the time, and she was the sole breadwinner in the family. Reeves moved around a lot during his childhood, as his mother remarried several times and moved the family from Sydney to New York. They eventually settled in Toronto. During this time, Keanu's mother married 3 times, which meant that the actor had 3 stepfathers over a short period of time. Describing himself as a private kid, he attended 4 different high schools and struggled with dyslexia, which made studying difficult for him. Reeves said in a 2008 interview with the Daily Mail that he went to 4 high schools in 5 years but he was okay academically. Vanity Fair reported in 1995 that both Keanu and his sister Kim are dyslexic. Keanu never finished high school. This is a huge disadvantage that anyone can hardly overcome. Keanu exceeded his own expectations by going above and beyond, but the biggest trials of his character were yet to come. Keanu's always wanted to become an actor. Although he was not a good student at school, he always nurtured a passion for acting. As a student, Keanu Reeves was the brightest hockey star at his school and he originally intended to become a professional player. But his sports career came to a halt after he injured his knee. The injury has still affected him to date, and it's not hard for us to see his suffering on the set of John Wick. Perhaps God has a better plan for his future. Another door opens. Instead of finishing his studies, he became an actor. With the advantage of physical appearance, it was not difficult for Keanu to quickly become a star. He began his first role at the age of 21, and after 4 years of relentless effort, Keanu Reeves was better known for his role as Ted, a schoolboy Ted in the comedy Bill and Ted Excellent Adventure 1989. After the movie's success, Keanu quickly became a teen idol. 3 years later, he officially became an A-list actor after taking on the leading role as a brave police officer in the blockbuster of Speed in 1990. The Matrix and Speed were the turning points of Keanu Reeves. We can say that The Matrix was one of the groundbreaking science fiction films in terms of concept, content, and cinematography in the 20th century. The first episode marked the culmination of Keanu Reeves' remarkable career, leading to 2 sequels within the next 5 years. Gradually, the actor became one of the most sought-after and praised men in Hollywood. Women all over the world are crazy about his handsomeness and charm. However, not everyone knows what his life would be like since he began his acting career. He also admitted that he used some drugs in the past, but his colleague, who was also his close friend, died from a drug overdose, which made Keanu strongly against substance abuse. Reeves refreshed his career by appearing in high-budget films such as Walk in the Clouds and Chain Reaction. He became close with Charlize Theron when they are filming The Devil's Advocate, and the tabloids have caught them getting too close in public several times. The couple never admitted that they are in a romantic relationship off-screen. In 2018, after Speed release, Keanu co-star Sandra Bullock told Ellen in The Ellen Show that she had a crush on Keanu on the set of the action thriller movie in 1994, but for whatever reason, Keanu hasn't shown any interest in her. A year later, when Ellen interviewed Keanu on her show and showed him in the interview, Keanu revealed that he had also fallen in love with her. Ellen jokingly called Sandra, "Come on out," but while Ellen thought Keanu would be mortified, he was only slightly disappointed. "That could have been awesome," he said, smiling. So, next time, whenever you watch Speed and see the tension between Keanu and Sandra, you can smile. knowing that it's real. A life full of separations and hardship. The first shock came after his sister was diagnosed with leukemia in 1992. Although the public wasn't aware of the bad news at the time, Keanu donated a large amount of money to cancer charities and organizations. He even runs a private charitable foundation. In 1993, Keanu experienced great grief over the death of his close friend, the actor River Phoenix, who passed away due to an overdose at the age of 23. Previously, the two were a pair of identical cards. Everywhere they went, they did not forget to mention their best pal. That's why there are rumors that they had a gay relationship. Phoenix talked about Reeves. "I like the guy. He's like my older brother." For Reeves, he explained, "I always love River because he's a close friend that's hard to find." Until now, the Matrix actor still remembers his late friend, as well as suffered the pain of losing him. "He was a remarkable human person and actor. We got along very well, and I miss him. I think of him often," he said. In 1998, he met and fell in love with Jennifer Syme while filming The Matrix. In April 1999, Keanu and Jennifer Syme were thrilled to know they're going to be parents. Keanu and Jennifer's hearts could almost burst with joy. They couldn't believe they would bring a baby into the world together and felt really lucky. They named their daughter Ava Archer and Syme Reeves. But on December 24, 1999, while Keanu was on set of The Matrix, the baby was born prematurely in the 8th month. Keanu and Jennifer were devastated at losing their daughter. They tried to console each other, but it was too hard to recover from grief. Within a few short weeks, they decided to part ways because they couldn't cope with grief. To make things worse, 18 months later, the girl who Keanu Reeves loved most was killed instantly after a car smash-up in Cahuenga Avenue, and the police found many types of antidepressants in her car. After 2 consecutive losses, Keanu Reeves lost control and fell into depression. Jennifer Syme was laid to rest next to their daughter Ava in Westwood Village in Los Angeles. From then on, he has never had a genuine smile. There was a time when his health went downhill and he avoided all romantic relationships. Until now, he can't forget his late wife. What he said in an interview with Parade magazine haunted the audience forever. Grief changes shapes, but it never ends. However, instead of staying away from the world, Keanu decided to pursue his passion as a way to deal with his grief and to be a more mature man. The sad man who is too good for this world. It's hard to find Keanu on screen for several years because he tried to stay out of the spotlight. Everyone started seeing Keanu when they were walking around. He was clearly depressed but still kept that down-to-earth charm that he has always possessed. Instead of mocking him and letting him sink into oblivion, his fans gave him some love and support. They started sharing their stories about encounters with the actor, and many of them choked up and burst into tears. Some even tweeted about the experiences talking to him. They all agree that he's a sweet and polite guy and a good listener. Somehow, Keanu managed to avoid being an arrogant celeb in Hollywood. His fans even dubbed him the world's crush. For a long time, Keanu stayed away from all relationships and nothing was known about his dating life. He's always kept a low profile while fighting back against depression. Keanu tried to recover his career with 47 Ronin in 2013, but the film was a flop. No one really believed he would be back for another hit, let alone the other success of The Matrix. In his darkest hours, Keanu's always told himself, "Every struggle in your life has shaped you into the person you are today. Be thankful for the hard times, they can only make you stronger." Everyone admires the Matrix actor for his positive lifestyle and unbreakable will. In a 2003 interview, Keanu once said, "Money is the last thing I think about. I could only live on what I've already made for the next few centuries." His sharing received a lot of sarcastic comments from the virtual community. At that time, the actor didn't respond to negative comments. He performed well to prove that what he said was not just a saying. In fact, what Keanu did was louder than his words. Keanu gave $80 million of his $114 million Matrix 2 salary to the post-production crew members. In addition, he also gave a $20,000 Christmas gift to help an employee out of a difficult situation. Keanu's sister got leukemia, so he spent all the money he earned saving his sister. He donated millions of dollars to charities, including PETA. the Sight Kids Foundation and Stand Up to Cancer. He also set up a foundation called the Cancer Foundation, focusing on helping a number of children's hospitals and promoting cancer prevention research projects. Keanu has never tagged his name to any amounts of money that he donated, so it's hard to know how much he provided to charities. He just secretly gave without expecting anything in return. Giving money is simply a part of his way of life. If you met Keanu by accident on the street, you wouldn't recognize the bearded man who had a casual outfit, was a famous Hollywood star. Despite possessing a large fortune, he chooses a humble lifestyle. He's often been seen riding the subway, but you may sometimes see him driving a Porsche or one of his classic motorcycles. For Keanu, there is no gap between rich and poor. Once he sees a homeless man on the road, the actor will not hesitate to shake hands, ask questions, and chat with them. Not only did he bury himself in his work, but he also went to the park to talk to homeless people. This is like therapy for his loneliness, because he believed that he's one of them after his beloved ones passed away. It was because of the way Keanu treated others and overcame adversity that earned him the title the nicest man on the planet. On his 46th birthday, the actor even bought his own birthday cake, enjoyed it in the park, and shared it with anyone who recognized him. That is why we can now see the memes of sad Keanu on the internet with these: "I don't want to flee from life, I know the beauty of it. I want to get married, I want to have kids, and I will. Sometimes enemies are our best teachers. People can learn from their mistakes. Destruction sometimes means rebirth," said Keanu Reeves, the woman who saved the tragic life of Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves closed the door of his heart after his loved one left him, one by one. From those tragic days, he's always been seen as a sad man who was living a quiet life. There's no party, no girlfriends. He kept to himself after several years. In an interview with Esquire in 2017, a reporter asked him about his marriage plan. The 52-year-old actor responded, "It's too late. It's over." He added, "I'm 52, I'm not going to have any kids." However, that all changed after this woman appeared in his sad life. The woman who healed the Canadian actor's broken heart was Alexandra Grant, a visual artist specializing in text-based paintings. For the first time in almost 2 decades, Keanu was able to smile and hold hands with his girlfriend in the public eye. Keanu looks extremely happy and grateful to have his new girl. Keanu and Alexandra first met at a dinner party in 2009. They are previously longtime collaborators before officially holding hands on the LA CMA Art Plus Film Gala red carpet in November 2019. People were surprised to see him with a woman like Alexandra, who doesn't live up to the public expectation when it comes to celebrity girlfriends. In fact, Alexandra was well aware of the impressions she made. At 46, she was not a young girl as Keanu fans had expected. Although she had gray hair at her 20s, Alexandra's unique charm took everyone by surprise. Before they began dating, Keanu Reeves and Alexandra Grant built a strong bond based on a shared passion, art and literature. In 2011, they worked together for the first time when they published Ode to Happiness, a grown-ups picture book, featuring artwork by artist Alexandra Grant and text by actor Keanu Reeves. In 2015, they published Shadows, which again featured the actor's text, this time paired with the photographs of him taken by Grant. Once romance began to bloom, this positive teamwork translated into their personal lives. As an insider told Closer Weekly in May 2020, they occasionally disagree on minor things but never argue. Whenever you are around Keanu and Alexandra, you'll get a sense of calmness. There's just something about them that puts you at ease. The 10-year friendship is enough for Keanu to trust Alexandra and Grant to understand the actor. Before their relationship became public, the two were close-knit friends. Alexandra was always with Keanu while he was promoting the movie John Wick 3. She and the actor went to book launch events in many places and they enjoyed peaceful evenings together. Overcoming a loss is never easy, but having a loved person by your side can make many differences. Keanu seemed to close his heart completely after what happened, but he might forget that all he needed was someone to help him take further steps. When their relationship blossomed from a shared passion, Alexandra's enthusiasm, love, and support turned out to be what Reeves needed to fall in love again. Keanu fans are happy that the actor can finally find his true love after nearly 2 decades of unbearable grief.